This is a brief overview of what we discussed in class concerning the making of note cards in Noodle tools. First, make sure the first thing you do is select which source the information is coming from. Very, very important. That requires you to have done your sources in this tool here. If you have questions about that, please let me know. So this information came from this source. Information in this box will be typed or copied and pasted word for word. For instance, Boston King was one of the many enslaved African Americans, and here's the source that it came from. Boston King was one of the many enslaved African Americans through to the end of the sentence. So that was copied and pasted word for word. Here, if it's a website, make sure you get the URL. Copy and paste. Very important. Information here. The student reads the information they copied and pasted, and not using complete sentences, bring over the main ideas and use, when you can, your own words to do so. The word slave is repeated. And of course, 100,000 is repeated. You can't change facts. British is repeated, proper noun. But most of the other words are not the same. If caught equals killed or in a lot of trouble. They use the word death and punishment. It's helpful to do this for a couple of reasons. One, if you just reuse the same words, you don't have to think about it as much. But to think of your own words, you really have to think about the information. It'll help you learn it better. It'll help you understand it better. And ultimately, it will help you go from the original text to your own words using good paraphrasing. So here's the original text. Here is your outline of information from that original text. And then here is what the student would write. Their own words, what they learned, and how they intend to use it based on what they read here. Remember, over here, you're not copying and pasting, or you're not typing paragraphs and paragraphs of information. Each note card is focused on one or just a few related facts. Throughout this project, you're going to create many note cards. So again, in this case, this is one sentence comprised a note card. In some cases, you might have 2 or 3 sentences. In a rare occasion, you might have something like a full paragraph that is making up one note card. That would actually be a little unusual, but it depends upon the context of the source that you're reading and the information, how you plan to use it. Definitely not more than one paragraph. Again, you're going to have dozens of note cards that you're going to create, and each of them are going to focus on just one central idea that comes from 1, 2, maybe 3 sentences, and again, in a rare occasion, perhaps a full paragraph.